Pronounced, defined, used in lexical dispatch. Crass. Adjective. Crassitude, crassness, crasser, crassest. Crass. Adjective. Lacking sensitivity, refinement, or intelligence. Conspicuously coarse or vulgar. Showing no understanding of or concern for what is proper or appropriate, often in a blunt or offensive way. A crass remark about her appearance. Grossly obtuse or stupid, a crass misunderstanding of the issue. Materialistic or grossly pragmatic in a way that ignores finer values. Crass commercialism. Crass. Lacking sensitivity or refinement. His crass joke about a tragedy offended everyone in the room. The politician's crass remarks reveal a shocking lack of empathy. She found his behavior crass and unworthy of a professional setting. The film's crass humor appealed to some but repelled critics. Crass. Grossly obtuse or stupid. His crass misunderstanding of the scientific theory made him a laughingstock. The CEO's crass dismissal of employee concerns led to widespread discontent. It was a crass oversimplification of a complex geopolitical issue. Crass. Materialistic or vulgar in a pragmatic way. The crass commercialism of the holiday season leaves little room for genuine sentiment. Critics accuse the artist of pandering to crass consumer tastes. The crass exploitation of the tragedy for profit disgusted many. Crass. Literally thick or dense. Obsolete sense. The wagon wheels sank into the crass mud, halting their progress. Key tips for test takers: TOEFL, SAT, GRE, and GMAT. 1. Likely question formats. Synonym selection. Crass versus tactless, vulgar, uncouth, boorish. Antonym selection. Crass versus refined, sophisticated, delicate. Sentence completion. The comedian's blank jokes alienated the more sophisticated audience. Answer: crass. Analogies. Crass is to refinement as ignorant is to knowledge, lack of relationship. 2. Common confusables. Crass versus crassitude. Rare noun form, unlikely in tests. Crass versus coarse. Similar, but coarse can mean rough in texture. Crass versus brash. Bold rather than vulgar. Crass versus gauche. Socially awkward rather than vulgar. 3. Relevant idioms or proverbs. Money talks, but it's often crass. Critique of materialism. Crassness is the armor of the witless. Implies that insensitivity hides lack of intelligence. 4. Test-taking strategies. TOEFL. Expect crass in reading passages about social behavior or criticism. SAT or GRE. Likely appears in vocabulary in context or sentence equivalence questions. GMAT. Possible in critical reasoning, for example, identifying flawed arguments as crass oversimplifications. Tone clues. If a passage criticizes behavior as tasteless or insensitive, crass may fit. Final note: crass is high frequency in advanced tests. Prioritize its synonyms and antonyms for quick recall.